Good afternoon. I hope your Thursday is going well. It is now 12:35. I'm Julie Broughton. This is Take 6. If you haven't been with us before, we're so happy to have you spend a little bit of time with us. This is when we hang out Monday through Friday, right after our new newscast, and we get to tell you what we're working on for later in the day. And it's nice because we're not stuck with the typical time constraints that we are during a traditional news time. So we get to talk a little bit more to the people who are bringing you these stories that you see every day on News 6. And joining us today on Take 6, News 6 investigator Louis Bolden, who has just such an interesting story. Louis, you were talking to a family today still displaced after Hurricane Ian, which was September 2022. They are still trying to get into their new home. They've run into some problems, but you are helping to get results and get answers for them.
That's right, Julie. This story is really a reminder of how long it can take people to recover after a storm. They're the perfect example of this. So they lived down by Sanibel Island when Hurricane Ian hit, and we know how that area fared. It was hit pretty hard. And this is a 70-year-old woman, and she lives with her adult disabled daughter. And that's their house, and that's her daughter
Wow.
right there after Hurricane Ian. So they pretty much lost everything. And to avoid going to a shelter, they decided to move in with her nephew here in Orange County. So some time passes. That's the property we're going to be talking about right there. She can walk around the property, but she can't go inside the property. So she got her insurance settlement and she decided to stay in Orange County. And so she took out a loan for a lot and
Mhm.
a manufactured home to go on that lot. And that's what you're looking at right now. But then within the contract, within the loan agreement, was supposed to be her move in day of September
Mhm.
25th of last year. So she says the company completely stopped communicating with her. So September 25th came and went, and she's still not in her house, as you could see. And so we started to dig into it for her because she just wanted answers. She just wanted to know why the delays and when she's going to be able to live in her house. Because right now she's paying interest on a loan for a house that she can't live in. So we got in touch with the company. This is in the city of Castleberry, and we looked at what was causing the delays.
Mhm.
Basically, the company did put in an application for permit for the property in May of last year. But the city of Castleberry didn't approve the permit for several reasons until September 20th. Now, keep in mind, the move in day was supposed to be September 25th. So that was the biggest delay. And then there were delays with inspections and that kind of thing that just goes along with construction. So we were able to get her answers. The company did communicate with us, and now they say they are trying their best to get her in her house within the next month, weather permitting. If we get a lot of
Mhm.
rain within the next month, it could
Right.
delay that.
And just looking at that video of the two of you walking around her property, looking at her home, that she has to be so excited to be moving out of her nephew's house into this beautiful new home with her daughter. I mean, I just can't imagine the level of frustration she must be feeling, still displaced, as you said, almost a year and a half after Hurricane Ian.
It's been a really long delay for her, and they have been living with her nephew. The adult daughter and the 70-year-old woman have been living in one bedroom for a year and a half with all of the stuff that they could salvage from
Mhm.
their home. And
Mhm.
so, pretty cramped conditions. And, she thought she could see the light at the end of the tunnel, but there have just been delays after delays. But it's,
Yes.
uh, hopefully now she'll be in that house soon. But again, it is a reminder to me every time I do a
Mhm.
story like this. It just reminds me how difficult it is for people
Yes.
to get back on their feet after a storm, because
Mhm.
typically for most of us what happens
Right.
is we get ready for the storm for a couple of days before the storm
Mhm.
happens. Then the storm happens, and if you don't have any major damage, you might need to clean your yard up, but then you
Right.
go on with your life. And so to check back in on these people and to see a year and a half later,
Mhm.
sometimes it can, I've done stories where it's years before people
Yeah.
get back in a home. So it's a difficult process, and I just like for people to keep that in mind. And that's a reminder with this story.
Yes, big picture. And we're so happy that you were able to help out and that she will be in that beautiful new home within the next month, hopefully, weather permitting.
That's right. That's right. So that's some good news for her. And we're going to check in and stay in contact with the builder to make sure that that's happening so that at least she can have a timeline because that's been
Yes.
her whole issue. And I want to point out too, this company really has not done anything wrong.
Hmm.
The worst thing they've done is not properly communicated with her what the delays were.
Right.
But we were able to step in and they did communicate with us. So she's feeling a lot better now.
Yes. And we'll see your full story tonight at 6.
At 6 o'clock. Yep, we'll
All
be there.
right. Thanks so much, Lewis.
No problem.
All right, we always like to check in on your forecast for you on Take 6 because, you got to plan your day. Looking forward to the weekend, I'm sure. Here we are on Thursday. Here's a look at the satellite radar imagery for us showing we're not dealing with any rain out there. We do have some areas of cloud cover, but overall, nice amount of sunshine is making it through, and that will be the case for us for the next couple of days. Here's what it looks like for you as we continue to roll you through the rest of the afternoon hours. We'll see temperatures climbing generally into the upper 60s and low 70s both today and tomorrow. Now, if you're looking ahead to the weekend and you do have weekend plans, your best bet for outdoor plans this weekend will be on Saturday. That's because we're watching a system that will come through on Sunday. That will bring our rain chance anywhere from around 60 to 80% depending where you are on Sunday. And so we will see pretty much not a total washout on Sunday, but definitely something to keep in mind. And then we'll still keep a few showers in the picture as we head into Monday, and then cooler temperatures moving into next week. Chief Meteorologist Tom Sorrells will have the full details on that forecast for you coming up on News 6 starting at 4. Lisa Bell, Ginger Gadsden, and I will be there with you as well. If you have any questions or comments for us here at Take 6, we would love to hear from you. Head to clickorlando.com/take6. Let us know what's on your mind. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you at 4.